I believe that no professor with moral conscience and honor will accept to be a member of the All Progressives Congress, let alone the chairman of the party. But Professor Nentawe Goshwe Yilwatda has been with the APC almost from inception. He has been, until his appointment, the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction. Look at that. Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction. Where is the humanitarian affairs in all of that, in all of what the APC represents and is doing? Humanitarian affairs and poverty reduction. Humanitarian. That all fuel subsidy is gone. Other subsidies are gone. Humanitarian affairs. Poverty reduction. Humanitarian affairs, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction in Nigeria, where all subsidies are gone, and the government is claiming to be transferring funds to indigent households while paying workers pittance, less than living wage. So, look at that. The office that the professor is holding. Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, which means they just created an office for him in a chop system. So that is what Professor Nentawe Goshwe Yilwatda represents in the All Progressives Congress, and now is the chairman of Nigeria's ruling party. Ruling party, but in actuality misruling Nigeria. Woefully. So, what is the attraction to the All Progressives Congress? 2015 till date, what's the attraction? Perpetuation of the war against Boko Haram, Muslim community, adding herdsmen terrorism, unbridled corruption, with the presidents doubling themselves as Nigeria's petroleum minister, Muhammadu Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and now claiming fuel subsidy is gone, all other subsidies are gone, and so on. With more terrorist organizations coming to Nigeria. And we must not forget, Nigeria was not a terrorist country until terrorism was imposed on the Boko Haram Muslim community. Peaceful in itself until attacked by government. And that has been the order of the day till date. So, what's the attraction to the All Progressives Congress? With particular reference to a professor who has moral conscience and honor as a professor. I don't know the meaning of professor anymore. I thought it is reserved for deep knowledge. But of course, what's the difference between Professor Yilwatda and Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the chairman of Nigeria's National Independent Electoral Commission, organizing the elections and creating confusion in favor of the ruling party. Creating confusion, disorganizing the system, faulting the machines to come up with the result you want to come up with. Professors. Kai. And again, what's the difference between these two professors that I mentioned and others colluding with Nigeria's rulers to misrule the country for self-aggrandizement? What is the difference between such professors and the rulers of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian universities? The rulers of the union who single-handedly amended the union's constitution to be extorting a percentage of each worker's monthly salary monthly and getting fraudulent earned academic allowance shared with the non-academic unions to stall agitation for increment of salaries. With particular reference to the implementation of the 2009 agreement due in 2013 and has not seen the light of day till today because of fraudulent earned academic allowance, from which the union's leaders become automatic multimillionaire, giving pittance to common members. They, the leaders, and their cohorts become automatic multimillionaire at the expense of common workers. Just like common Nigerians are suffering. That is what common federal universities workers, academic and non-academic, are reduced to. And why? Because they enjoy the support of the university's administrators and the government. So, where do we go from here? Where lies Nigeria's hope? Certainly not in the church, mosque, or the academic institutions, represented by self-seeking people at all levels. So, the APC, we have Professor as our chairman. Hey, Professor. Mahmoud Yakubu is a professor. The rulers of ASU are professors. So, the rulers of ASU are professors. Look at what they are doing to ASU members. And not just ASU members, even the non-academic unions, because the leaders of ASU are the arrowhead of the fraudulent earned academic allowance. What do they? Wolves dressed in holy garbs. Earned academic allowance. That is not earned academic allowance, but a bribe. Is the equivalence of fuel subsidy is gone, where there is nothing like fuel subsidy. Nigeria has no source of subsidizing fuel for Nigerians than the petroleum. So, we have Professor as our chairman. Oh, what about ASU? ASU has professors as its rulers, misruling, as it were. And now and that's why the government has been protecting the leaders of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian universities, supporting extortion of 3% of each ASU member's monthly salary monthly, and getting fraudulent earned academic allowance. A scam, pure scam, shared with the non-academic unions, which leaders also make themselves automatic multimillionaire at the expense of the non-academic workers. Yet at the arrow of it are the professors ruling ASU. Rest my case.